So we're just putting a bubble of protection and light and clearing, just asking this to run now and for the next 48 hours. And this is going to allow you to, if you are in a position where possibly you're in a home and there's many different people around you, or you're in a situation where you don't have the normal space and time to yourself, and you're sharing your vibrations and your energy and your physical environment, this is going to allow you to have an invisible private space and not take on anyone else's energy, but it will support you with whatever you need for the next 48 hours. You can call that in for yourself at any moment. And what I would suggest is choosing a color. If you're into crystals, you can actually surround yourself in a certain crystal, but just remembering that there are a lot of things you can do beyond, watching, maybe the news, or sort of focusing on the things you can't really change in this moment. You can choose. And I think that's really the theme that I keep hearing, and I kept hearing even before the session. You can choose. And some of this may bypass your logical thinking, and that's okay. Allow that, because when I'm tuning in and I'm doing a session, I'm tuning into the field, I'm tuning into, your higher selves and your heart and what's the most supportive. And sometimes that might butt up against your ego mind and what you know and need to know in this moment, and that's okay. So we're just allowing and clearing out any resistance to something new. And that's something new right now, and just the way the universe works is that everything always becomes in balance. Everything eventually will always be in balance. And so right now there is this disbalance, what feels like a disbalance to humanity. And what's coming is the opposite end of that. And you can already feel it. I woke up this morning and I can feel it. I can feel the opening. It's like the opening, sort of like a rebirthing that we're going through. And if you remember and focus on that light at the end of the tunnel, then you can get access to that light now and tune into that. Okay, so there's some catalyzers that want to come up to support you as we dive into this Katalyze session even further. So there's a balancing of hydration in every single one of you, where as I witness and facilitate this process, your system is going to go in and look at where it can upgrade these elements in you. So the first piece here is this balancing of hydration. And there is a repair on circulation. And I'm hearing some of you may have, like, I just keep seeing sort of like a kink in the hose. And so there's a balance, there's like a repair on your circulatory system to dissolve the kink. We're going into your energetic body, and there's a strengthening of your Wei Qi. Your Wei Qi is basically this energetic filter that lays on your skin and serves you in many, many ways. But ultimately, what's coming up here is the filtering aspect of it. And what I'm seeing is that for many of you, your Wei Qi has stayed inside your system. We have cycles in our energetic body, and at night, your Wei Qi sort of goes inside you, actually around 11 p.m., which is why it's good to get really good rest right now, to allow for the recharge. And so your system, in order to keep recharging and to catch up with the recharging, it's kept the Wei Qi inside you. And so there's a boost that's happening. There's a universal boost that's coming down to activate your Wei Qi recharging so that it doesn't have to be inside you and could lay back on your skin and filter you the way it's meant to. With that, there's an emotional release of fear from your meridians. And those are like the energetic pathways in your entire body. Very similar to the circulatory system, but they carry chi and energy throughout your system. And so there's an emotional release of fear. There's a fear of flowing. And that was created through a belief system that's also dissolving around. It's like a belief that you have to pause, that the entire world and yourself have to pause. Yeah, what I see is this image of, so I live in a very wooded area, and so I see a million critters outside. And very often when they think no one's around and no one's looking, because I guess I'm looking, is a family of raccoons. And when they notice that I'm looking, they glimmer at me and just freeze. And it looks like that same level of like, in order to survive, I have to freeze in this moment so that she doesn't see me. It's like your systems have believed that that's the way to deal with the fear, deal with the experience in this moment. And so that is dissolving. And any of the emotions around that are digesting. And your system has its own personal emotional digestive system, in the same way where, you put food in your mouth, it goes through your esophagus, down into your digestive organs. Your emotions digest through your breathing and through your digestive system. So please remember to keep breathing deeply to support the emotions that are coming up and digesting through your system. And it's perfectly normal if your belly is grumbling, and if you have to run to the bathroom, things like that are typical as you're digesting some of the emotions here. And in that vein, I'm getting supportive for if you have free hands to put your either one or two hands in the center of your belly, just below your diaphragm, as you're breathing really deeply. And as you do this, you're going to feel in what configuration feels best. Really tune into your body. And as you're doing that, I'm sending energy into your digestive systems, into your solar plexus, energy centers. And I just see this image of the energy just eating away at the excess emotion. You're not meant to digest all of this emotion. So the energy is working through and eating away for you. It's good. Still running. Yeah, I can feel a lot of you just letting go. It's so good. Keep it up. So this wants to run a little longer. So I'm just going to let that. I'm going to honor what your systems need here. Just keep breathing. While that runs, what's good about every situation? What's good about you and your feelings, and what's good about the emotion that you're digesting right now? What's good about the fact that you have reached out and gotten yourself on a session like this to create more for yourself? Those are powerful, simple but powerful questions that can really change an experience. Okay, All right, that is complete.
Thank you for listening and showing up for yourself and the world. Never forget how magnificent you truly are. By watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, you help others get access to this Katalyze U content. So thank you so much for everything you do. If you're looking for more ways to get support from Katalyze U, please check the description box below. Until next time, peace, love, and blessings to you and yours.